Bearing is a scientific way of describing direction of anything. Scientific means well defined on some certain rules, and we have to follow those fixed or well defined rules. Think of a compass having two pointers. One always be pointing towards north, all the time pointing towards north. Whenever we talk about the direction of anything, we need a reference point. If I'm asking about direction of any destination, any target, so from which place I am talking about? Here in the question, this is question number 5 of May June 10 paper 1-1. In this case, you can see the bearing of a lighthouse from a ship. You can translate this bearing as direction. Bearing means direction. So actually we are talking about direction of lighthouse. And from a ship S. So this is that reference point from where we are talking about the direction of that lighthouse. So here in this case, lighthouse is the target or the destination, and ship S is the reference point. So we will fit our imaginary compass at the point where the ship is there. One of the two pointers in which one is always fixed. That fixed will be all the times pointing towards north. In this question, you can see they have already drawn this pointer. Whenever the word bearing is written or spoken or told, translate automatically the bearing into direction. Means we are talking about bearing of lighthouse, means we are talking about direction of lighthouse. The second pointer that will have the same starting point, and that the second pointer that will be pointing towards the destination. That will be pointing towards the destination, whatever the destination is. Angle made between these two lines, these two pointers at the point of reference. The angle will start from north and clockwise towards the destination. This is the bearing. For example, if this angle where these two pointers are intersecting at this point, if say this is angle 35 and we are talking about this is the point say X where these two pointers are put, where the compass, imaginary compass is put, and this is Y. So here we are talking about the bearing of Y means direction of Y from X, means we are actually identifying or describing or locating the position, the bearing, the direction of Y from X, and that is in this case 0, 3, 5. We write bearing in 3 digits, so 0, 3, 5 will be the direction of Y from X. Another example, another point, say Z, and that point is somewhere here. So this is the point Z, and we have to state or describe the direction of Z from X. The north pointer will remain as it was, but we will rotate the other, means that the other one that will be rotated, and that should be facing towards Z. What would be the bearing? In this case, again, from north, what easily we can see or what we can quickly go through is this angle. This angle made between this green and red line here. But no, we are not talking about this angle. The angle, the bearing is starting from north and it is clockwise till the pointer indicating the destination. So instead of this acute angle, we will be using the other one. If definitely by using protractor, you will measure this angle and say if this angle is 40, making the task easier. This is 40. What would be the bearing of z from x? That will be this angle. The angle which is now I have indicated, that will be 360 minus 40 means 320. So this is the basic concept of bearing. Let's go for the question which you have asked actually. The question, this is question number 5, May June 10, paper 11. The bearing of a lighthouse from a ship S is 220 degrees. The position of S is marked on the diagram. Which of the 4 points A, B, C or D is the possible position of lighthouse? We have to put the compass at S, because from S, we are talking about from S, so we have to put the compass at S, which is already drawn. One needle is shown, the fixed one, all the times pointing towards north. And now let me make another one. Both should be starting at the same point. Now this one, the second one, that will be describing bearing. If I just fix this pointer towards A, here you can see the angle made by this pointer with the north clockwise. This angle I'm indicating here, this angle is acute. So the bearing is 220. 220, the concept in the question to be checked is what type of angle it is. This is reflex angle. Reflex angle is an angle which is between 180 and 360. So here you can see, if we put the other pointer towards A, the bearing should be an acute angle. So if I rotate this here, this is now 90 degrees. Towards B there is obtuse angle, it is in between 180 and 90. And if this pointer is pointing towards C, you can see the angle is reflex, more than 180. This is 180, straight line. So this is reflex angle. So this is in between 180 and definitely this is 270. If it is pointing downwards, so that will be 180. 220 is between 180 and 270. So it means it would be C point where it could be possible position of the lighthouse, C. In part B, write down the bearing of S from the lighthouse. Okay. Join this. C, bearing of S, the direction of S from lighthouse. In this case, lighthouse has become this point, and S, bearing of S means direction of S, so S is the destination whose direction we have to state. What would be this angle? This is, because the bearing is 220, so this is 180, and 180 plus what makes 220, so that would be 40. Because 180 plus 40 makes this total angle is 220. That means the part between 180, the straight, if we extend the north needle to the south, so that will be making angle of 180. 180 plus 40 is 220. Do something. In this case, C is the reference point, so we need a north line at C. So here this is north. This red indicator is pointing towards north, and C is the reference point, and we have to locate S. This is S here, S. The direction of S is indicated here by blue arrow. What would be the bearing? Starting from the north to the pointer which is pointing towards the destination. The 40 angle is made north-south line, and this north-south line there would be parallel, and CS, the pointer which is starting from C till S, that pointer is transversal, so that angle will be 40. So here the bearing of S from C is 0, 40. This is question 16, paper 1 to May June 2011. So in the question, the scale drawing shows three towns A, B and C. It is a scale diagram, and the scale is given 1 centimeter, 225 kilometers. States that on the paper whatever is 1 centimeter, in actual life that is 25 kilometers. The first part of the question is measure the bearing of A from C. Bearing of A. Bearing of A means direction of A. So A is the destination. A is the target to be located. From C, C is the reference point. In other words, we have to put the compass at C and locate A. Another key word here to be focused on is measure. Not find, not calculate, it is measure means actual measurement will be taken. At the reference point, there are two pointers of the compass. One is pointing towards north, already drawn from C to the north, you can see with the arrow. This one pointer is already drawn. This is the pointer of the compass on C, which is already drawn. The other pointer should be starting from C, pointing towards A. The clockwise angle starting from north and the angle should be clockwise starting from the north till the line which is pointing towards the destination. So using protractor you will measure, actually you will measure this angle, and that will be the bearing. You will use the protractor to find this angle. If I use my software, it shows 0.07 here. That is 56 point, almost 58, 57. It is 57. This angle is 57. If I use my software here, angle is 57. The bearing of A from C will be 0.57. Whatever the exact value is, you can find by using the protractor and measuring this angle. The second part was find the bearing of C from A. So C from A, bearing of C from, when we say bearing of C from A, so it means bearing of C. So direction of C from A. Here A is the reference point and C is the destination. So we need to draw the compass at the point A. So at A, this is the north. From A to C, two pointers of the compass. Compass is fixed at A. One pointer is towards north and the other one is pointing towards destination, in this case, which is C. Now the bearing will be angle made between these two pointers starting from north till AC clockwise. This is the bearing. And here in this case we don't need to measure it. Why? Because we have already measured 57. And what we can see here is north, both indicators, they are parallel. The angle which I am pointing now here, this angle and the 57 angle, they are interior angles. So if they are interior angles, their sum should be 180. So 180 minus 57, that gives us 123. Yes, 123. So we don't need this 123. We need the reflex angle on the opposite side of A. So in other words, the angle we need, the bearing, which will be actually the bearing of C from A, that is 360 minus 123. And that is 37, 237, I think. So the bearing of C from A is 237. And the last part of the question is find the actual distance in kilometers from B to C. So you will measure by using the ruler. I will recommend take compass, open the compass equal to the length of CB, and then put that compass on the ruler to find the actual length of CB. Here if I use my this software to that, if I want to draw a line from C to B, it shows 113.48, means 113 means 11.3 centimeters. So if I assume this is 11.3 centimeters, then your answers could be different from the marking key. Reason is when we use photocopied or printed, other than the actual past paper, dimensions a little bit change. So if we assume that actually by measuring the length CB from B to C, this length is 11.3 centimeter. So whatever you will get by measuring it, 11.3, whatever that your answer will be after measurement, multiply it by 25, and the answer in this case it is 11.3 multiplied by 25. You have to multiply it mentally, so it would be some easier. Either it will be 11 or 10, like that. So you have to multiply. It becomes 282.5 kilometers. Why? Because in the question we are stated that 1 centimeter on the paper is equal to 25 kilometers in actual. Each centimeter is equal to 25 kilometers, so you will multiply that answer by 25 to get the actual distance from B to C. Next question you have asked is question number 11, paper 1 2, May June 2011. In this question, ABCD is a trapezium with AB 21 centimeter labeled in the diagram, whereas CD is 35 centimeter. Angle ABC and BCD, both they are 90, and angle ADC is theta. Use as much information from the table as is necessary to calculate AD. They have given the value of sine, cos, and tan of theta. You have to decide which you will be using. This is paper 1, so the values are given. This is a trapezium. I need a right angle triangle to find the values. So if I draw lines starting from A perpendicular to BC, if I name this X, so this will make ABCX a rectangle. This is 90. This is as well as 90. So ABCX, I'm sorry, I'm calling this point. the foot of perpendicular from A to DC. If this is X, so ABCX is a rectangle. So in other words, this part XC or CX, that will be 21 centimeter. DX will be this total from C to D. This length is 35 centimeter. So the part DX will be 35 minus 21. So that is 14 centimeters. So this is 14 centimeter. We have got a triangle DXC in this case. So this is a right angle triangle. Here you can clearly see this is a right angle triangle in which the angle AXD, that will be 90 as well. This is hypotenuse. DX is adjacent side. So in this case, DX means adjacent or the base, we call it as well. DX over AD. That will be cos theta. So DX, we have managed to find DX is 14 over AD is to be found, and that is equal to cos theta. Cos theta, the value of cos theta can be picked from the table, that is 7 over 25. So here we have got the equation having only one AD as unknown. You can cross multiply, but I will suggest is 7 ones are 7 twos are. We can simplify the numerators with each other if they are on the opposite side of equality sign. The same goes for the denominators as well. Otherwise, if they are on the same side, we cannot simplify numerators with each other as well as denominators with each other. In that case, we simplify numerators with denominators. So in this case, if I will cross multiply, that will give me AD times 1 is equal to AD is equal to 14. Now that has become 2. 2 times 25. So means that is 50 centimeter. That is the answer. But if you want to cross multiply directly, this could be 7 times AD, that is equal to 14 times 25. So AD is equal to 14 times 25 over 7. So 7 twos are, so that will give you 50 centimeter. That will be your answer.